Hello and welcome to another one of our videos. This is our 68 plate BMW M240i. This car's covered 27,000 miles or just over. It's a one owner car from new and has full dealer service history, and we've just done a service as well. We'll check the car out when we go inside the car, but we're going to take a look around the outside. Now, this car has some really nice optional extras, and we've also added to its looks by changing a few things on the car. So we'll come down to the front of the car. As you can see, it's got the 719M alloy wheels, the 18-inch wheels with the M Sport brakes in black gloss. And essentially what we've done, the little trims down here, excuse me, let's get some grip. The little cowlings down here are usually in a grey, as are the wing mirrors, and you can see we finished them in black gloss. So that's all been done professionally at the paint shop. We fitted some really nice black gloss grills in the front as well. We've got front and rear parking sensors on this car. Let's come around the front. Now, the bodywork's in really nice condition. It's not really got any nasty, there's no nasty chips. There's going to be something somewhere. I'm just looking to see if I can see something. We've got a tiny little chip there which will touch in. In fact, that might even be dust. No, it is a little chip. See that little tiny one in the center of the screen? We'll get that touched in. I think we've just run out of this colour. But the whole car's been detailed and machine polished, both with a rotary polishing mop and then an orbiting polishing mop, which as it spins, the actual shaft sort of oscillates around. So it does essentially like a figure of eight sort of thing. And it helps to take out the fine little scratches of the compound and give you that lovely glossy finish that you can see on the car. So, as I was saying, we've done the wing mirrors, but if we come up onto the roof, this is not a wrap. We've had the roof finished in black gloss. They've done a fantastic job. We've got the shark fin in black gloss as well. So this is all painted. And if we come down, if I just come back out, if we come down to the rear, we finished the rear little boot lip spoiler in black gloss. Now, we haven't done the rear diffuser. This is still in the dark grey, and the reason for that, I believe, is we've taken the car so far, and I'm pretty sure that the next owner of this car will probably change the diffuser to the one of the sort of like blades in the centre. So that was the reason behind that. I didn't see the point in painting something that I think will possibly be changed. So obviously the cars are going up in value at the moment. If you've been looking around, the used car market's very strong. There's not much supply, late delivery times on new cars. So, you know, what with the COVID and everything and the short supply of parts from China, they're struggling with the chips, I believe, the semiconductors, I think they're called. And all the M240s, M140s have gone up a little bit in price. Well, a bit more than a little bit. But they're not forecasting any downward turn. They think they're going to hold strong right through to next year, at least, and probably level out. So the car's finished in Alpine white. Just come round the front. If I come up as well, just to give you, I mean, it really does look nice. I was a little bit nervous about, always a little bit nervous about changing things on the car, but I have to say, really pleased with this. Let's come out and show you the side view. Very hard in our showroom, everything being white on the walls and a light grey floor. White cars sort of blend in sometimes. Let me take you in and show you the wheels. So all the wheels are in really nice condition. It's running on Michelin Super Sports. And there's plenty of tread on the tyres. Come in and show you around the filler cap. No scratches. See down the side of the car. Really nice. If we open this up, I mean, the guys do a really great job. We have two guys detailing the cars. One focuses on the outside with the machine polishing, and the other on the interior. They're not just hoovered. We have many different little brushes. Doesn't matter how clean they look, there's always fluff and bits somewhere. And we try and get our cars as nice as we can get them. It's like a challenge, I'd say. So, I've got the rear parking sensors there. LED rear lights as well. Right, let's take a look inside. Just show you those wheels are really unmarked as well. So the black, just take another look at the mirrors, because some people wrap mirrors, but if you look at the finish on that, done a really nice job. Matches with everything. Okay, so inside the car, we have black Dakota leather. The door card, as you can see, is unmarked. We've got the Harman Kardon sound system. Black gloss door handles. The puddle lights. If we take a look along the seal here, everything's in really nice condition. Let's try and get this, there we go. All the door rubbers. And we've also got, you'll notice something different on the seat belts. These are called the M seat belts. So you've got the traditional red and blue colours for the BMW M Sport colours, M Performance colours, sorry. And then we've got the electric seats, which are an extra, and the electric bolster, which blows up the sides of the seat here and here. The black gloss is continued on the interior. Got additional speakers under the seats and up in front of the navigation. We've got the heated seats with dual climate control. The ZF gearbox, 8-speed gearbox, one of the best gearboxes on the market. The iDrive wheel, which you can write on the top of. I'll show you more of that in just a second. And we can move the seat forward electrically and then pull it forward. Just going to show you the rear of the seats. Let's try and tone this down. No scuff marks on there. Try and... all the leather's in really nice condition. Sorry about the light that we've got coming down through the skylights. Plays havoc with photographs and videos in here, but just going to reach inside so you can see the back of the center console there, where the armrest is at least. Okay, take a quick look in the boot. So let's take a look around the top of the boot lid. All nice and clean. Warning triangle. Let's just try and get this back in focus. There we go. A little bit of wax. This just comes off with your fingernail. It's on there from new. All nice and clean. All the rubbers nice and clean. Just show you the top edge of the bumper and the black trim there. It's not scratched at all. Come inside, we've got a 12-volt socket in the back. The seats do drop down as well. It's a 60-40 split. There are all handles up at the top here, and the seats drop down. We've got the netting there, and then we've got the foam pack and pump, and the locking wheel nut down there in the bag, etc. That's where your battery is. And first aid kit just down in there. So that's all in nice condition. Now some of the cars are debadged, but I actually like the badges on the M240s and the M140s. I think they look good. Now, I'll just show you, we've got the little LED lights under the handles, and then the lights, the puddle lights. You see how clean it is underneath that door? The entire car gets cleaned. I'm just going to turn the lights off so it stops dinging. Now the door card, again, no damage on there. Important to check just down this edge, because this is where seat belts that get jammed in between the door and the car can dig in. We've got the electric folding anti-dazzle mirrors, which won't work at the moment because the car's been stood for too long without the car being started. So I'll show you that when we jump in. And you can also shut the mirrors when you press and lock the car. I don't know if that's going to do it now. In fact, if we shut the car, I'll show you. So we press and hold the key fob, and you'll see both mirrors go in. And when you unlock the car, they come out. You've got the nice indicators there. So the driver's seat has 2 memory positions. Take a look up onto the top of the seat, no scratches. We look at the bolsters, they're not worn or anything. Trying to be as smooth as I can with this camera. I think I've had too much coffee. The car's got extended storage. There's a couple of extra lugs in the back, and it gives you this little cubby hole, which doesn't seem important until you expect it to be there and you haven't got one. And then you're like, oh, where do I put my wallet? So if we jump in, I'm gonna start the car up. So, 27,395 miles. I'm just going to jump onto the iDrive because I can't remember if this has actually been around for a service or not. I know I mentioned it earlier, it might be due for its service. Let's just check. So go into vehicle status. Incidentally, this is where you'll see tyre pressures and tyre temperatures. Come over to the left here, service requirements. So it had its first service, engine oil and microfilter, front pads, 3,100 miles. So we're going to get that checked out because I think it might require some front pads, so we'll get those changed, and the rear ones as well, so they'll go in to be done. So along with the brake fluid, engine oil is okay. So yeah, this car's due to go in for a service, and that will all be done. So just coming back onto the main window here, the instrument cluster. On the steering wheel, we've got a mode button. If we press the mode button, we can flick between radio channels, FM, online entertainment, which is a subscription, which it has at the moment. Music collection is the hard drive you can download your music into. And if you press the phone button underneath, when your phone's connected, it'll show your last calls in there, so you can phone them back. Also on the later M240s, M140s, if you press the control button for here we've got the oil temperature, which they didn't have on the earlier cars, so it'll give you the oil temperature. Got plenty of fuel in the car. Right, back over to the navigation. So this is touch screen. You can move all these windows into whatever, you know, wherever you want. I quite like using the iDrive wheel down here, which has got shortcuts on as well. For example, we can go straight to map. Let's try and get without haze. If we zoom out, get a bit of colour on there, might help. And then when we go over to the left, we've got all the sub menus. So this is where you put in your destination, etc. And when you go into the destination, you want to input something, you can either use voice control. You'll see your choices there for voice control, or right with your finger. Let's just zoom back out. And then we can use the pad on the top of the iDrive wheel. If you're not left-handed, which I'm not, you will get used to it. It's quite forgiving, but if you do a 1, you need to do a little tail at the top like that. Generally, it won't take that at the moment because it's wondering what I'm doing. Okay, right. God, what do I sound like? Okay, so we've done the map. Connective drive. So the connective drive, this is still, I think it's initially a 3-year subscription. This will give you your weather, as a weather radar, the news. It's got its own little SIM card, I think, so it goes online and it'll update you with news headlines and stuff like that. Category, top news. You might want sport or something. Football is going to be the most popular, I guess. And then you can go down. I don't think you can use this when and then you can read down from the news. You can do this when you're stationary. So quite handy if you spend a bit of time waiting for appointments outside. You can update on here. Come out of there. Ooh. Media, DAB channels, online entertainment, as I said before. And we've got the Harman Kardon sound system, so you can adjust this. Reset that back to the beginning. And what's nice about this, if you want to delete a phone, you just go into manage devices and then go to the, I don't know why they make it so difficult with some cars. Look, straight in there. I think Audis are the worst to delete devices, and sometimes it doesn't delete all the contacts, it downloads it into the hard drive. Looks like his girlfriend got to drive the car as well. Lucky girl. Fantastic. So all that in there, and if we come down, we've got the heated seats. Again, these are options. 3-stage heated seats, dual climate control. We've got the M Sport suspension on this car, not the adaptive that we have on some of the others. But not everybody wants the adaptive because they like to choose their own suspension. There's lots of options on suspension for the cars nowadays. You can even get the adaptive shock absorbers as well fitted aftermarket. They're not BMW, but I think they're Bilstein or something like that. You still got your driving modes, sport displays. Okay, we've got all the books in there. In fact, the locking wheel nuts tucked in the back there as well. And USB port here, drinks holder, 12-volt charger. There's another 12-volt charger just under here, so if you need a second one, there is one in the car. I'm going to jump out. Oh, we've also got speed limiter on this car. There's no cruise control. Some of the cars don't have it. It seems to be an option. Don't really know why, but I don't see much point in cruise control on one of these either, but I know some people want it. But we'll take a look under the bonnet. So 2 pulls for the bonnet release. and then we can just lift the bonnet up. So this is our straight six twin power turbo. Twin power being like a dual cool, so it has two inlet ports from the exhaust gases. So with a 6-cylinder, you'll have like 3 of the cylinders going in on one side and 3 the other, from what I understand. And the idea of that is to speed up the flow of the air, which is what a turbo is all about. And it requires less pressure, I understand, which spins the turbo up quicker, so no lag, or much less lag. They don't feel laggy like some of the old turbo cars. They're pretty responsive, to be honest. All under here, is cleaned using WD-40, a nice safe product. We've stopped using as much engine dressing lately, but you can see just how clean the car is. Unfortunately, most of the products on cars nowadays have a lot of silicone content, and when you've got a showroom and a lot of silicone about, one, it's not good for the environment, and two, if we have to get like a little bumper scuff done on a car or something, we don't really want silicones in the air because it causes little imperfections in the paintwork. If you've ever tried spraying anything at home with an aerosol and you get little dimples, that's because you've got either oil or something, or silicones. It needs to be cleaned off really thoroughly. Just check out up here as well, really nice and clean. Okay, so we're reaching the end of the video now, so just to show you once again the outside of the car, just come in and do a shot down here as well. It really does look great. If we come up, I can't really see the screen, but I'm hoping I've got this right. Looking really nice. In fact, we've got it started, so we'll give it a little blip. We have another M140 in the showroom, which has the M Performance exhaust. I think it's also had a center resonator delete as well, and it sounds incredible. So check that video out. You can hardly hear yourself talk. So that's, we'll give it a little blip. Actually, we'll put it in sport. So that opens up both exhausts on the back. That lovely little burble. They sound better outside when they're in gear under load, and the change down is very burbly. Well, thank you for watching the video. Please give me a call with any questions in case I've missed anything. Thank you for watching, and speak to you soon. Take care, bye.